What's going on, my fellow collectors? I am back. Yes, guys, back again for another video. Today I have the ultimate Avengers collection. Basically, it's been a while, but finally I have the Avengers to how I want them. With the exceptions of a few others that I have that I'm just not displaying right now. I just wanted to show the immediate Avengers figures and say a few thoughts on what I think about them, as far as in the costumes and posability and just a little brief review on pretty much the whole set. So just bear with me. I am on the Ultimate Collectors channel. I told you guys I wanted to represent and, just call this my home for right now and just throw up some videos on here. So forget the old channel, Moogie 215. Well, don't forget it, but it's just if you want to check me out and, hear my thoughts on what I think about, collecting action figures, 1/6 action figures that is, well, check me out on the Ultimate Collectors channel. This is one of the main reasons why me and my fellow collectors built this channel, because of our strong passion for these action figures, these 1/6 action figures that is. So all right, with that being said, first up the bat, you see we have Captain America here. And he's a cool figure. He's not my favorite out the Avengers figures, but he's very cool. I'm happy to have him in the collection. The costume is pretty good. It's restricted, very restricted. I think Hot Toys should have made the top armor type vest, shirt, whatever you want to call it, a little bit longer past like the waist down here, because whenever you pose them, the shirt is too short, so next thing you know, you see his back hanging out, or whatever the case may be. The boots, they're very narrow at the bottom, so it makes them very difficult to pose. Now, let's not forget that I'm not using the stand, so of course it's going to be difficult to pose when you're not using the stand, but I just think that they look better, more dramatic looking when you don't use a stand. And that's why I chose usually not to pose my figures with stands. Could be pretty costly. You might you might drop the figure, and if you ain't got carpet on the bottom, you may risk in damaging your figure. But with that being said, this figure, you actually get a okay value for your buck. He comes with a battle damage shield, a shiny shield, like cleaned up type shield. He comes with another head scope, and a nice amount of hands, nice assortment of hands. And he came with that cheesy type of alien cannon rifle, whatever you want to call it. But besides that, I think he retailed for about $180. So he's a pretty good figure. Alrighty. Besides that, I would have probably, if they could have did something different, when you're spending an amount of money, I want to see quality, top quality, and very, very, very highly detailed figures. And I would like them to really add, real materials on the boots instead of the sculpted boots. That would have been awesome. Besides that, cool figure. And he's kind of restricted at the shoulders area too, but I just think that's just how it is with the costume. It ain't nothing you can do about that. So I feel like this is a basic pose, but it's a good pose. The reason why I say it's a good pose is because when you look from different angles, and if it still looks good, you got a good pose. Alrighty. Hawkeye up next. Hawkeye is a cool figure, very underrated. He instantly sold out fast. Now he's like probably the most expensive out of the Avengers. Guess because they didn't make too many of them. So, like his costume, very detailed. Again, if they would have used like real boots with laces, that would have been cool, just to bring the quality up a bit more to match the quality of the suit, because the suit is very high quality, as you can see. nitpicks right here, as you can see, where the vest kind of keeps unfastening one of the problems with this figure, but not really a bad problem. Besides that, it's hard for me to kind of get an idea on how his bow should be when it's extended, but it looks okay right now. So I don't know. What do you guys think? But yeah, he's a cool figure. Definitely a cool figure to have. Another nice amount of accessories and stuff like that he comes with. So very, very happy to have him. In the back, you see the Hulk. Now, the Hulk is cool, but he definitely has, I don't know, like wow, like I'm happy to have it in the collection, but it just seems like there's, something missing. And the joints is kind of throwing it off at times. I mean, even though I really don't mind figures with joints, but when people see the Hulk, like my girl, she saw the Hulk and she was like, "Oh, it looks like a big toy," you know. So, they're pretty hidden well around the wrist and even at the shoulders. But I guess for the people that don't really know about these figures, they may just look at it as a big giant toy or action figure, and I guess at the end of the day, really technically that's what it is. So, but would have been nice if they would have added another head sculpt, more of an open mouth type screaming head sculpt. That would have been cool, or even a relaxed type head sculpt. Not relaxed like he's smiling, but just the calm type face. That would have been pretty cool. And maybe some destruction, like cinder blocks or something. I don't know. A ripped Shatari warrior body or something. I don't. But besides that, he's a cool figure to have. Paint apps are pretty good. You got a wannabe type pairs eye system. Like you actually have to kind of try to do it individually, but they don't really work too well. Again, if you want to have the full collection, you can't miss out on none of these bad boys. So, Hulk is the Hulk. Alrighty, up next is Black Widow. She's a cool figure. Not too difficult to pose. She stands pretty well on her own. The suit is flexy enough. I mean, it doesn't really kind of bounce back when you're trying to pose her. The hair is a little issue because I kind of wet it a little, not super wet it, but just damped it so I can kind of lay down the loose hairs, and that was probably a mistake because I think, oh shit, Captain's about to fall. Hold up, I must have bumped him with the camera. Hope I can just move away slowly. All right, there we go. Yeah, but she's a cool figure. I like the costume design is pretty well. She's not difficult to pose, really. You can get her in some cool poses. Head sculpt this time around is done pretty well, I think, from the first one. More of a serious look instead of like I think the first one she had her mouth slightly open just a bit. And it just looked like she's just like in a daze, like she's just an airhead type of beach girl or something. That's the first one. But this one, I like the more serious look that she has in her face and looks into her eyes. And the paint apps are pretty good too. Cheeks could probably be a little more fuller because I think the actress, she has more of a, I don't want to say chubby type face, but just more of a, them lovable cheeks only a mother can love. And like, oh, let me pinch your cheeks. Come here, little girl, let me pinch your cheeks. But besides that, cool figure. Definitely happy to have this one. I missed out on the first, which I did on purpose because I wanted to pick this one up. So, besides that, just be careful with the suit. It probably could rip, but I did take this suit to the mills. I mean, I was posing and twisting and turning, so it holds up pretty well. But, just still be mindful of it is material and it can probably, rip at the seams. So, besides that, cool figure. Up next, Thor. Thor is Thor. I mean, he's badass. He's a cool figure. Difficult to pose. I think his ankles the ankle joints are kind of loose. So, you know, he doesn't really stand too well. And then with that hammer, the hammer definitely has a lot of weight. So, but he's cool. Am I getting a Dark World Thor? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I know some of my collector friends out there like, whatever. He always say that type shit. But I'm cool with this one. I'm very happy with this Thor right here. So I don't see a need to grab it. I really don't. Now, if they start making bad guys from that line, that's maybe a different story. But as far as in Thor and Loki from the Dark World, I think I'm going to pass because I'm happy with the Loki I have, and I'm happy with this Thor I have right here. So I don't want either versions. But he's cool. I love the red flowing cape. Wish the cape was a little more of a rayon, thinner type of material. Kind of like how the Odin figure, if you guys remember that figure, the cape is more thinner, but has a kind of more of a suede velour, if you guys are familiar with that material, you know, type of look going on, more of a furry type of look. But like I said, this is a cool figure. I love the hammer. They use real metal, you know, and pretty much what you see is what you get. So you know, it is what it is. And last but not least, in the back you see Mr. Iron Man, the Mark 7. A very anticipated figure from a lot of collectors. I almost thought I was going to miss out on him because I didn't pre-order him. But my usual guy that I buy figures from, Ryan over at the Toy Federation, he was able to score one for me. Well, actually, I didn't pre-order because I just knew Ryan was going to have one on hold for me. But somehow he said, you know, it was a mix-up and somebody ordered all of his ones that he had for pre-order and he forgot to, you know, put one to the side for me, I guess. So, but he ended up scoring an extra one. So, this figure is loaded with a lot of stuff, but the price is pretty high. So he's about $250. That's what I paid for him. But he comes with a lot of accessories, different types of interchangeable parts, and all that good stuff. This time around, you actually get more of a you can get more of a head up type pose, which is awesome. You know, on none of the other Iron Mans you can do that. Articulation is pretty good for the Iron Man figures. I got him in a basic pose. And no, I am not using the Clipper King stand. I am actually using the Inner Bay Michael Jordan stand, as you can see. So I'm looking forward to really kind of exploring this stand and trying to do some crazy type flight poses. But like I said, I got basic pose right now. So I bet it still looks good from different angles, I think. So, yeah. Alrighty, guys. I went over more than I wanted to go over on this video. Just wanted to represent and show you guys the Ultimate Avengers collection on the Ultimate Collectors channel. See how those go together? But, yeah, so finally, I mean, I'm pretty much done. I wouldn't mind getting the Shatari Warriors. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they look like. So stay tuned for more figure talk on the Ultimate Collectors channel, guys. So stay tuned. Muggy215, and I am signing out. Peace.